What exactly is a totalitarian regime? According to Britannica, totalitarianism is a form of government that permits no individual freedom and seeks to subordinate all aspects of individual life to the authority of the state. A totalitarian regime is characterized by complete control over the economy, mass surveillance, widespread personality cultism, and political repression. The party from 1984 is totalitarian based on the characteristics of totalitarianism. In Oceania, where 1984 takes place, the government is made up of the inner and outer party. The government is then divided into four ministries: peace, truth, love, and plenty. Economic affairs are managed exclusively by the Ministry of Plenty, and in English socialist economies such as Oceania's, goods and services are produced to directly satisfy human needs. Since the Ministry of Plenty is responsible for doing so, they estimate the required output of goods based on the population and begin production. Throughout the story, the Ministry of Plenty always produces significantly less than their estimate and sometimes even none, causing starvation and lack of rations. The party from 1984 commands a secret police force called the Thought Police that seeks out and punishes those who commit thought crime. Thought crimes are any feelings and doubts that happen to challenge the party's authority. The Thought Police uses telescreens found almost anywhere in the public and in the homes of party members in order to monitor mainly party members and find signs of thought crimes. These telescreens function as hidden cameras and microphones that are working around the clock since they can only be turned off by high-ranking party members. The exposed lives of the population are made even more so by junior spies. Junior spies are children that the party has brainwashed in order to convert them into devoted party followers. These spies are trained to report any sign of disloyalty, even from their own family. A cult of personality is the idolizing/worshipping of an individual through uses of media, propaganda, or other methods of enhancing public image. In 1984, there is a cult of personality surrounding Big Brother. Big Brother is the leader of the party, a recurring figure that is never encountered. These appearances are made through Oceana's currency, telescreens, and posters that are set up throughout the city. Big Brother's public image associates him with authority and allows the population to perceive him as an absolute power. This is the point of some coming to believe him to be similar to a religious figure. Big Brother's branding, combined with his widespread appearances, constantly reminds the citizens of the ongoing mass surveillance and forcefully prevents instances of thought crimes. Political repression is the act of a state entity controlling a citizen by force for political reasons through types of human rights violations. If the thought police or junior spies find any display of disloyalty, even a slight facial twitch, the person is either captured and thoroughly interrogated or first tested to show any signs of thought crimes. After the interrogation, the person is sent to a torture chamber called Room 101, then subjected to physical and psychological degradation until they can be forced to accept the party's worldview and come to love Big Brother. The party from 1984 perfectly embodies the characteristics of a totalitarian regime through the Ministry of Plenty's full control of the economy, constant mass surveillance of party members, a cult of personality surrounding Big Brother, and the political repression of anyone who challenges the party's authority. The present-day Filipino government doesn't perfectly embody the characteristics of a totalitarian regime but still closely mirrors some aspects of the party from 1984. Just like Big Brother, there's a cult of personality surrounding Rodrigo Duterte, current president of the Philippines. A month before coming into power, Duterte told a crowd of over 300,000 people,
If I make it to the president, I will do just what I did. Sinabi ko, kayong lahat durugista, hold upper, kung saan-saan dyan, nag-standby dyan sa wala kang ginagawa, you better go out. Kasi pag nandito ka, na mayor ako, papatayin kita.
in the Philippines there is a strong desire for change. Nearly three-fifths of the population is low income or struggling in poverty. Duterte himself is a swift justice that Filipinos have been longing for. This to the point of even Christian church leaders supporting him and believing that God appointed Duterte to cleanse Philippine society of its social ills and to root evil out of communities. Duterte's cold personality justifies the human rights violations that the Filipino government performs in order to suppress crime in the same way that the party uses Big Brother's public image to prevent thought crime. Ever since Duterte's presidency, he has carried out war on drugs that resulted in the death of over 12,000 Filipinos, some of which innocent. These extrajudicial killings are performed by the authorities and even civilians. But as president, Duterte refutes all cases of extrajudicial killings related to the war on drugs and claims to be a victim of demonization. Vulnerable voices that speak up on Duterte's radical ways are silenced through arrest and sometimes assassination. Duterte's silencing of his critics and the extrajudicial killings of those that go against the government's worldview is similar to how the party from 1984 rehabilitates people who commit thought crime to love Big Brother and accept their worldview. Although there is no form of mass surveillance in the Philippines, unlike Oceania, they have recently upgraded their surveillance program in 2014. Back in 2012, the Philippines made a 128 million peso deal with IBM in order to improve its real-time monitoring capabilities. This included a tool called face capture, which boxes the faces of individuals and saves them in a database. This facilitated the monitoring of crowd behavior and the search for criminals. In the Philippines, the economy is not completely controlled by the government like in Oceania, but more like other capitalist countries. The economy is one with private businesses that are regulated by government policies. The Philippines is not totally totalitarian, but shares commonalities with the party from 1984, which does. This is due to the cult of personality surrounding Duterte, the extrajudicial killing of Filipinos, and the silencing of the media.